I'm going to summarize a study that addresses the question of whether singular they is difficult to understand. We have to clarify something here. The answer to this is obviously no if we are thinking of a generic singular they, as in when a person shops online, they should be careful. This use of singular they, referring to an unspecified generic person, has been around for centuries, and it's pretty clear that it doesn't cause processing difficulties. There's research that supports this. So we're really asking not about generic singular they, we're asking, is definite singular they difficult to understand? Something like Sam, now here we're talking about a particular person, shops online whenever they feel stressed out. And I think the answer is still no, there's no major difficulty. So we're really asking, is definite singular they difficult to understand for just a split second? There's a good question. This study by Sanford and Filik, published in 2007, used an eye tracking approach. It's a device similar to this one, though not identical, which allows the researchers to measure exactly what part of a screen the participant is looking at and for exactly how long. Participants read short texts, and as soon as they're done, they press a key. So then we have a measure of how long it took them to read it. And the researchers also get information about what part of the text they are looking at and for how long. So here we have Mr. Jones was looking for the station. He saw some people on the other side of the road, so he crossed over and asked them politely where the station was. And in another version, he saw someone and asked them. Now, in both of these, whether it's some people or someone, you can see this is not generic. We're talking about a specific person. Reading this story, we don't know who they are, but to Mr. Jones, he's seeing a specific person or people. In a third version, he saw some people and asked her politely. Now, in this third text, you can see where that would be a bit of a speed bump reading that, right? So people did take a longer time and they looked back. So when you get to her, you think, wait a minute, who are we talking about? I thought it was a group of people. So this kind of gives us a baseline for the kind of thing that might happen if readers perceive a mismatch between the pronoun and its antecedent. What about in that second text? Well, here, people did take a longer time to read that part in the box, but they did not look back. So there's a bit of a slower process, but it's apparently not very difficult to overcome. The researchers they conclude that in some, although they and them are used as genderless singular pronouns and do not appear greatly infelicitous when used under circumstances where the gender of an antecedent is not recoverable, eye tracking measures reveal a mismatch effect. So this supports the position that plural pronouns, such as they, are not in fact mentally represented as hybrid plural singular pronouns. Rather, the singular use restricted to special circumstances requires accommodation following a detection of a true number mismatch, requires some accommodation. What I take away from this is one of those times when we see we do not have direct control over how our brains process language. We can give our brains different kinds of little trainings so that over time maybe they will process some things a bit differently, but you cannot just decide that the next time you hear a certain singular they that you will immediately understand it a certain way. So I would suggest that, hey, we might consider being generous if I make a mistake or you make a mistake with pronouns when it is a true slip up rather than lack of any effort whatsoever. Then we might cut each other some slack for that.